Alright, welcome back everybody. We're going to do a pod review today on the pepper right over here, and this is called the 7-pot peach. And so I'm going to go pick that for you. I'll take a better look at it in a better light. It is getting cold, guys. It is getting really cold. It's that time of the year where I still got plants out here. It's not freezing yet, but it is getting cold. So here we go. We got the 7-pot peach ready to go. It looks like a habanero to me, but it's not. This is actually a 7-pot peach. So that's what it is. That's what it looks like. And don't know much about it offhand or where it originated from or anything, but I'll leave whatever information I find on the 7-pot peach in the description below, and you can read about it there. But let's turn you around and give that a go. Alright, welcome back everybody. We're going to do a pod review today. It's going to be on this pepper right here, and this is called the 7-pot peach. As you can see, it's a nice peachy color, and it's a gorgeous looking pod. It looks kind of like a habanero, but it's not a habanero. At least it's not supposed to be. But my experience is with these peach type of either jolokias or scorpions or reapers or 7-pots, they're usually not very hot. I could be wrong about this particular one, but usually they're not very hot. They're usually not much hotter than the upper end, in best case scenario, of the of a habanero. You know, the upper end type, like the Savinas or the Caribbean Reds. Those are supposed to be on the upper end of the the habanero heats. That's my experience, but that's not always the case. Like for example, the pink tiger, which is a pink-fleshed pepper that gets blue over the top of it. That is an extremely hot pepper. That's one of the few that I can say that are in the peach or white zone, if you will, of peppers that are officially really, really, really hot. So, but anyway, here it is. And let's give that a bite. Nice pop. Yeah. All right, so it kind of has a very slight 7-pot flavor, but it really has more of a fruity flavor of like either a scorpion or a habanero. So it's really fruity like that, but it's not really bad. It tastes pretty nice. It doesn't taste spicy or anything like that. Again, when I'm talking about spicy, I'm not referring to the heat. I mean the taste of spiciness, like the flavor that just doesn't go away. That's what I'm referring to. Now, as far as heat goes, again, like I told you before the video started, these peach type peppers or white peppers, they generally don't get very hot. This one, if I was to put a Scoville on it, it's hot right now. It's cooking my mouth like a chinense, or a chinense, should I say. Nothing unbearable. Where would I put this as far as like heat goes on it? I'd say mid-range habanero. For me, it's not really that hot. Again, that's my experience. I generally don't find these very hot. In fact, I'm not like scrambling for heat or anything on this one. This one's, for me, either that or I'm getting used to the heat. It's already the end of the season. I've done almost 100 pod reviews already this year, so maybe my heat tolerance went up a lot. But realistically, I'm just not gonna really rate this one very high with heat, even though my tolerance is up. Alright, so how is it burning my mouth? Well, it's burning me like a chancy burn. It's basically, it's burning the top of the tongue, burning all across the front of the tongue, all around the edge of it like that. It's burning up in the gums and around the teeth where I chewed it. A little bit on the mouth on this side, mostly the lips. And it's just in the back of the throat a little bit. It's kind of hitting up, right there on the tonsils and a little bit in the back of the throat. Not bad at all. But mostly where it's burned and the concentration of it, it's really the top of the tongue is really cinched pretty good. And really the upper part of my mouth and like the gums, really. That's really where the intensity of it is. Really not bad in the back of the throat. Feels good, the little bit that is there. Not really warm going down. A very smooth burn for a chinense. It's definitely For me, it's mild. You know, it's actually a pleasure to eat these because they're not, you know, intensely hot like trying to eat a 7-pot red or a Trinidad scorpion. Those are just, you know, a lot of guys you see do those. They're not having fun eating those things raw, trust me. They're doing it because they're making videos on it and stuff. If it wasn't for that, they would not be eating those peppers raw like they're addicted to eating scorpion peppers just for the sake of eating a scorpion pepper and see what happens. They're doing it for video. They're doing it for ratings. Realistically, that's not a fun thing to do. Some people can handle it. Some people can't. I personally can't handle it. Not at those levels. I mean, I do it for the video, but I don't generally. It is not something I would do on my own, you know, just for the sake of doing it or just trying to prove something to somebody. I'm going to go eat scorpions in front of them. It's just not something I would do. But this particular kind of pepper is easy to eat. Most people can actually eat this one. It's going to be hot, but it's not going to be anything that you really couldn't handle. I mean, that was pretty easy for me to bite, chew, and swallow. But it's a nice pepper. It's up there. If you were to ask me personally, I would probably say this wouldn't be too much more intense than any mid-range habanero. Any kind of you know, white habanero or peach-colored habaneros, it's going to be basically the same heat. They might even be less heat, to be honest with you. Usually the peach type of habaneros, those are usually not too hot at all. Those are actually almost sweet to me at this point. But this one's definitely got a little bit more heat on it, but nothing crazy, really. It's a nice pepper, guys. It's a good one to grow. Again, if you're a collector, you definitely want to at least grow it at least once and see if you know, it's the type of pepper you like to grow out. And you know, give it a go for yourself, and then grow it again the year after, and you know, give it a chance. Sometimes you got to keep in mind too, a lot of times it's really environmentally sensitive as far as the heat goes. I might be able to grow this on another part of my yard, another part of my garden, water it a little bit differently, do a few, next thing you know, that heat is double. So it does change environmentally depending on where it's grown. In the greenhouse, there's really no stress on the plant. There's no wind on it. There's nothing. There's maybe insects, maybe a little bit of blight or something, but that's not enough to drive the pepper up significantly in heat. You got to abuse that plant. That's how you get the heat up on it. And these plants really haven't been abused, so they're babied like my children. But anyways, guys, what I'll do is I'll leave whatever information I got on the 7-pot peach in the description below. You can read about it there. And I'll leave a link in the description where it'll take you over to the website, and you can purchase seed for it if you want to give it a grow. And really, that's about it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.